MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
While convertibles were out of favor in the U.S. for years, the open-top faith was never lost by the Europeans. So today they build some of the most dated and most sporting convertible imports. And not to be left out, a Japanese maker has also adapted one of its more entertaining chassis for the open-top craze.
The name is Toyota Celica GTS Convertible, and it's the only hybrid in our review. Officially, it's an import, since the semi-performance Celica coupe it's made from is built in Japan, but the ragtop conversion is done in California. This $17,669 beauty is meant for North American consumption only, and it is a quality machine. You can tell by such details as a full inner top lining and good body rigidity. The most unique aspect of the Celica is a hard fiberglass top boot. Made in 3 sections, it's easier to attach than a flexible boot and looks neater. It also takes up more luggage space. But even with the top down, you can reach the trunk through the fold-down back seats, so long items like skis are no problem. And as usual, Toyota has done a thorough job on its first foray into convertible land. But now from the Far East to the old world ways of European coach builders, where convertibles have usually meant 2-seat roadsters, England's contribution to our parade comes from the small firm of TVR. Their current U.S. model is the 280i Tailsman, with the convertible version fetching a cool $21,996. Under hood is a fuel-injected Euro Ford 2.8-liter V6 and a 4-speed manual. 4-wheel disc brakes are standard, as is a leather interior, for this is a fast car that goes in style. In the best European tradition, the top is manual, and it is similar to a Targa top with a hard removable center section and folding backlight. We love the design, but it also leaked. But a far more familiar European soft top, especially at the local country club, is the grand old Mercedes-Benz 380 SL. Once known as the 450 SL, its designation now indicates a 3.8-liter V8. This year, Mercedes' superb anti-lock brake system has been added, but the price remains unchanged at a lofty $43,820. The top is also manual, but it works so smoothly that you'll never complain. Latches release and attach quickly, and the top stows under a hard hinged cover. It makes for an exquisite package, and though we hear they're a dime a dozen in California, they still provoke envy everywhere else. Envy is something you'll also find in the wake of another convertible from Deutschland. But this one is as different from a Mercedes as a screaming eagle is to a dove. Surprise, it's a Porsche, a true Porsche, a 911 SC Cabriolet. Take one updated bathtub, stuff in a 200 horsepower flat 6, fit one of the lowest fabric tops around, and you have another expensive, in this case $36,450, top-down dream. Indeed, with the Porsche's maximum velocity of nearly 150, the top includes a front steel section to prevent buffeting at high speeds. And that's a lot faster than you'll ever go in this third German-made convertible, the last remnant of the fabled rabbit, the Volkswagen Cabriolet. We just voted the VW Cabriolet as our favorite ragtop in the annual MotorWeek Driver's Choice Awards. Positives include a lot of the old Rabbit GTI's performance hardware, a modest $11,595 price, and one of the cutest stances going. We also like the integral roll bar for safety, although the excellent Carmen-made bodywork does suffer from a top boot that blocks rear vision and very, very limited rear seat and trunk space. Now, from a trio of German convertibles, we turn south for a second group of 3, from a country that even puts the convertible spirit in their hard-topped cars, Italy. Our first convertible course, this delicious Pininfarina-bodied Alfa Romeo. First introduced in 1967, it's available as the $16,500 Spider Veloce and with reduced trim as the $13,500 Graduate. Both share the same bodywork and top. Even though it is manual, it's still easy to raise and lower, though tough to latch in place. The Graduate differs from the Spider Veloce in having vinyl rather than leather seats and no standard air conditioning. Stamped steel wheels rather than cast alloy ones and less aggressive tires. Yes, it is a very old design, and it can be a handful to drive. But like so much that is Italian, it's much more than the sum of its parts, which, by the way, are now covered by a 3-year or 36,000-mile limited warranty. Speaking of Pininfarina, the master of Italian coach builders now markets its own convertible here, the Azzurra. If you think it looks like the former Fiat Spider 2000, that's because it is the Fiat Spider 2000. Pininfarina actually made the Spider for Fiat, but when Fiat dropped out of the U.S., Pininfarina decided to continue importing the car, only now it has lots of standard Luxo tidbits like power windows and air conditioning. But they don't quite justify its $16,995 price. The manual top is still so easy to raise that it can be done without getting out, but the super-fast turbo option, developed by Fiat Motors of North America, disappeared with the company. And that brings us to the last of our Italian threesome, and yet another Pininfarina Fiat collaboration, but this time under the guidance of the prancing horse. Perhaps the ultimate convertible, the $65,000 Ferrari Mondial Cabriolet Quattrovalvolve. To match his hand-worked body and expertly tailored manual top is a 230 horsepower 3-liter 32-valve V8. Top speed 138, if only in our minds. There are 4 seats, although rear legroom is almost non-existent. But each Mondial Cabriolet comes with a legend and persona that suggest only those with respect and affluence need apply. But as if to say there must also be an everyman's Ferrari, we come full circle and back to Toyota for the most unusual convertible import, the $12,568 4Runner. More than a 4-wheel drive, 5-passenger truck, the 4Runner's hardtop can be displaced, with effort, for group outings, although you may never want to see the often unintelligent results.
But maybe that's the best thing about all these convertibles. No matter where they're made, they bring out the carefree side in all of us. They remind us of simpler times, and that makes everybody feel good. We'll see you next week on MotorWeek.
MotorWeek was brought to you by the Robert Bosch Corporation, makers of Bosch Platinum, the ultimate spark plug for American and imported cars. And by Prestone Antifreeze and Coolant. America goes with Prestone.